Good afternoon. My name is Nick Fineman, and this is WashU News. The Student Union President is an important leadership position at WashU. He or she oversees the everyday activities of the student government, influences the student union budget, and serves as the face of the student body. This year, two candidates, Emma Tyler and Will Ralls, are running for the position. WashU News will be interviewing both candidates before the elections this Wednesday. Will Ralls from the Connect slate joins me now. Will, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am originally from Montgomery, Alabama, and obviously I moved here for college. Just like Emma, I'm a junior. I have been involved with a lot of different student leadership opportunities on campus. Most prominently, I'm the junior class president right now. I succeeded Emma as the junior class president for our grade. I'm an RA for Liggett Koenig. That's one of the freshman dorms. I'm the co-chair of the Student Technology Advisory Committee. And that's a committee that works with things like we piloted the new course listings before it came out. We were instrumental in piloting the portfolio project. We helped develop the Circulator app. And so I've kind of had my hands on a lot of things around campus. Personally, I'm just really excited to get involved in the student union. I have a lot of really big ideas and concrete plans about how I want to change the way student union works.
Why do you want to be a student union president?
Well, I was thinking about what to do with my last year at WashU. I felt like from being an RA, I got a very good hands-on look at the way students interact and the things that are important to them, and social justice has become an extremely important passion the last couple of years for me. And I got programming experience because, like I said, I'm the junior class council president. I was on CS40 last year as their internal operations chair, and so I just love engaging with people, learning about what they're passionate, and making, just being here at WashU better for them. And I thought that there was no better use of my time and energy than running for president. And so I decided that I'm going to put my platform out there, I'm going to push these ideas, and I'm going to attempt to win because I really feel like I'm one of the best representatives of a very diverse student body because of all of my experiences.
If elected, what are 3 things you would change on campus?
That's excellent because I usually get my pitch in 3s. So I think the first thing I want to do is that I want to strengthen the connection between the bodies within student union. So we have the Green Events Commission, we have the Diversity Affairs Commission, we have class councils, which don't really have a lot of guidance via the student union constitution. We also have senators, we also have treasurers, and all of their missions should be more closely aligned, and we should have better communication between all those bodies. This year was my first year in student union, and as junior class council president, I didn't really feel like my role was well defined. I didn't really feel like I had a lot of support. I didn't really feel like all the bodies were talking to each other. So I definitely want to strengthen those bodies. 2, I want to make sure that all those officers have more experience and through a revamped student union retreat. So I actually want to take all the student union officers, take them off campus so they get to know each other, and train them. If we want student union to do more things, we can't just expect that just because you're elected to Senate, you understand social justice or advocacy. So we're actually going to bring in other student groups on campus that want to educate them on advocacy, student groups like CORE or the Social Justice Center. And lastly, I want to reconnect student union to the larger overall body. And we're going to do that by helping them put on bigger programming. One of our really big goals is to make a global events calendar, something that I think would have a tangible benefit on every single day of every single student's life, that they can just look at all the events on campus. And we also just want to make it easier for people who are elected in student union to serve the interests of the overall body instead of SU being its own entity that just works within itself.
You say in your platform that you're interested in sort of revamping service first. Could you give me an example of something you want to do with that?
So I think to clarify, what I want to say is exactly that I wanted to build upon the ideas of service that we start in service first. Like I said before, I'm part of Alpha Phi Omega. It's the community service fraternity, and that has literally changed my life. We are surrounded by a community that's very different from us socioeconomically, racially, and giving back to the community is very big in service first, and we just kind of drop that throughout the rest of WashU. And so I want to make that a bigger part of the WashU experience. Yes, you can go to service first when you're older, but it's not a big initiative. Its programming efforts aren't nearly on the scale as other programming efforts. And so I think that's important to me personally, morally, And I think that it's something I want to do. So I don't want to revamp Service First as much as build upon the idea of service throughout all 4 years.
Tell me about the individuals on your slate and what sets them apart.
So I'm running with 4 other excellent individuals. Let's start with Victoria Holsing. She's also a junior. She's running for a VP of programming. I honestly can't think of a more qualified candidate. She is VP of programming for Panhandle right now, and that term will expire halfway through what would be her exact term. She was director of services for CS40. She served in CS40 as a freshman as well. So big programming, she's done Woodstock. She's going to do Greek Week. If you want small programming, she served on a college council and directly engaged with people. She's run the gamut. She'll also have me on her slate who did programming through junior class council. So she's incredibly experienced, incredibly likable, and she really likes to engage. As for VP of administration, Ryan Halverson is running for me. He's also a very close friend. He's actually the president of the community service fraternity, but he's also been a senator for 6 semesters now. And he's really learned how SU works. I think he brings a lot of SU knowledge to a slate of people who are really bringing a lot of other diverse knowledge from the campus to the slate. Ryan has been a champion of sustainability efforts on this campus. He piloted the Tote Green initiative. His track record really kind of speaks for itself. Sam Gorshi, he's running for our VP of Finance. He is the budget committee chair. And in that time, he's really put in a lot of efforts to make budget committee more accessible. So if you're a student group, you have to go through budget committee in order to get your budget approved for each semester. And he's implemented reforms that now the people on budget committee reach out to the student groups, that they talk to them ahead of time, that they get to know them on a personal level. And I think that getting rid of that antagonistic relationship that a lot of student groups have with Treasury is super important. And I think the reforms he's put in this year speak to that, and that's why I want to add him. And finally, Archer Brock will be running for VP of PR. And she also is a trained programmer, a proven advertiser. She's one of the coordinators for Junior Class Council this year, which means she wasn't elected, but she helps out with programs. She was the vice president for the Wiggy College Council and actually won Outstanding CS40 Member of the Year last year. So I think everyone on my slate is extremely experienced, but more so than what we've done, I think what we're going to do is institute reforms that connect SU to the larger student body.
Will, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for this opportunity, Nick.
Of course. Remember to vote on Wednesday and Thursday, and check out our interview with Will's opponent, Emma Tyler, to help you make the right choice. Follow our Facebook and Twitter for election updates and other news about our campus. This is WashU News. Thanks for tuning in.